Bienvenue to our fans around the world from Montreal, Quebec. Jim Ross here with Jerry the King Lawler.
And folks, let me assure you that tonight's show is a lot better than JR's French. Sheesh.
Well, there's no question of that, King. These Montreal fans are ready to get started, and so am I. So what are we waiting for?
Jeff Hardy's aerial offense is amazing, but if you can keep him grounded, you're halfway to beating him.
That might be true, but as many of his opponents have proven, that's easier said than done.
He saw that one coming. These superstars are beating the heck out of each other, and this crowd can't get... Looks like his hopes of winning this one have been shattered, JR. I can't believe he countered that one.
This is Raw action at its finest. That's why Raw is the #1 brand of sports entertainment.
You got that right, JR. You're not going to see this kind of action on SmackDown.
Not on SmackDown or anywhere else.
Pop a 40 and check your rollies.
There's nothing
It's
else
crime
out there
time.
that can come close to the excitement of seeing the Raw superstars perform live. I cannot express how much admiration I have for Matt Hardy.
I don't believe it. He's been eliminated. Woo! You can look at any professional sport.
He might as well start walking back to the locker room. He's out of this match. You're not going to get him with that one.
Did you ever think you'd be watching these superstars compete against each other here tonight, JR?
I had a feeling their paths were going to cross sooner or later, and I'm glad I'm here to see it.
Me too. It almost makes it worth having to sit next to you and listen to those corny...
This match has come to an abrupt end for that superstar. Joe.
The Guerreros are a legendary family in this business, and Chavo might be the greatest of them all.
I've got all the respect in the world for the Guerreros, but if I were them, I'd make sure that his invitation to the family reunion got lost in the mail.
I think we're going to find out... Oh my gosh! He's been eliminated from the match!
I tell you, King, sometimes I get exhausted just watching these superstars compete.
I know what you mean, JR. I don't think most people appreciate what incredible athletes these WWE superstars really are.
You've got to have some excellent conditioning to be able to do what they do.
Well, that's the name of the game, JR.
Look at him feeding off the energy from this capacity crowd. He's unstoppable.
You can't ever count on these fans, JR. They're fickle, and they'll abandon you in a heartbeat.
That went nowhere. Oh!
You gotta respect the commitment and the dedication of these superstars to their careers.
No question about it, King. Every superstar on the roster has had, oh boy, the adrenaline is pumping. I think this could be the beginning of the end.
No, it can't end like this. Come on, do something, quick! Oh no, this is terrible. You can't let your opponent build this kind of momentum.
Well, all I can say is someone's been eating their vitamins and saying their prayers.
That's it. He's out of the ring, and that means he's out of the match, too. Over the top rope and down to the floor. That's an elimination.
Boy, Booker T will tell you how great he is until your dadgum ears fall off. But quite frankly, I'd rather see him put up or shut up.
My name is
What are you talking about, JR?
And I
He's a
love
world
to
heavyweight
fight.
champion.
He's all fired up now, King, and I'd hate to be on the receiving end.
I don't think his opponent's got a hope of hurting him now.
Look at this! Look at this! You talk about a house of fire, you're seeing it right here!
Yeah? Well, somebody better put out that fire, or this one's not going to end well. How can these fans excited about Rey Mysterio, JR. He's so tiny that half of them probably can't even see him in the ring.
Well, King, there's an old saying. Size doesn't matter. It's what you do with it that counts. And I'm sure you've heard that one.
What? What are you saying, JR? Don't try to change the subject, just...
He doesn't look too happy about it, but an elimination is an elimination. These superstars are going to put each other through wrestling hell tonight.
They've already got a pretty good start on that, JR.
They have indeed, King.
Listen.
I don't think there's an ounce of click between them.
Yeah, that's where things get dangerous. If you're too proud to admit that it's not your night, you might wind up risking your career for a single match.
But at the same time, King, no one makes it up the ladder without pushing themselves to the very limit. It's a very fine line to walk.
Can you believe we actually...
He's been removed from the ring and from contention in this match. Like him or not.
Talk about adding insult to injury. Tossed out of the ring and the match.
That's it. The match is over for that particular superstar.
Up and over and out. Eliminated. I think these superstars have a legitimate beef with each other.
He just got tossed out rather unceremoniously, in my opinion. It looks as if Finley may have left his leprechaun at home tonight. And I, for one, am happy about that. There he goes! He's out of the match! What an incredible performance by these phenomenal superstars.
Did you expect anything less, JR? I mean, look who's in the ring right now.
No, I didn't, King. I had high expectations, and I'm happy to say that this match has exceeded them all. I tell you, King, I've got no earthly idea how these superstars can maintain this intensity week after week after week.
It's not easy, JR. There's no off-season.
And there's the elimination. These superstars are in terrific shape, and that comes as no surprise whatsoever.
No kidding. If you don't have that conditioning, you're not going to last long in a match. Well, there's one less superstar in this match now.
Look at Shawn Michaels. The future Hall of Famer has overcome so much adversity in his career. But the Heartbreak Kid's got more heart than anyone I've ever seen in this business.
You know, JR,
that's one fewer superstar in this match. Excellent counter. What ring presence.
well, from the looks of things, it's not hard to tell how this one's going to go.
What are you talking about, King? I think this is still an extremely competitive match that could go either way.
You know, JR, it's obvious that the only exercise you get is stretching the truth or jumping to conclusions.
Well, judging from the shape I'm in, I don't appear to be doing too much of either, King. You're looking pretty fit, though, I must say.
He took a ride over the top rope, down to the floor, and out of this match. Step up, bring it. Yes, sir. I think it's pretty obvious which way this one's going to go, JR.
Well, from my perspective, this is still anybody's match.
I'd like to see things from your perspective, JR, but I'd have to get my head out of my rear end first.
And Lord knows it's been up there for so long that that would be no easy feat.
There's the reversal. Randy Orton is a genius, JR. As soon as he got what he needed from Triple H and Ric Flair, he turned on him and struck out on his own.
I think you've got a selective memory there, Kingfish. I seem to remember Triple H and Ric Flair turning on Orton and knocking some of the cockiness out of him when they did it.
Well, if that's true, it's just a matter of jealousy. And I think that's pretty sad, coming from two men who have more than 25 world title reigns between them.
The game and Flair are no strangers to championship gold. But Orton won it younger than either one of them. And don't think he didn't let it go straight to his head either.
You always see the worst in people, JR. Why shouldn't Orton be proud of being the youngest world champion in WWE history? Man, I don't mind telling you, JR, this Umaga scares the heck out of me.
He's a savage. He's primal, a carnivore, like some kind of wild animal.
Yeah, and if he wasn't competing in the WWE, they'd probably have him locked up in a cage and charge admission just to see him.
Is that? Yes, that's an elimination. JTG is looking to add one to the win column by hook or by crook.
Mostly crook. So, how do you think this one's going to turn out, JR?
Honestly, King, I have absolute...
Wow, he wasn't too gentle about throwing him out.
This match is going to continue until someone's completely debilitated. And considering the resiliency of these superstars, that's not going to be easy.
That's for sure. No one in this match is going down without a fight.
And I wouldn't expect any less from them, King. Like them or not, you've got to respect the tenacity of each and every WWE superstar.
I feel like the luckiest guy in the world, JR. I can't believe I actually get paid to do this job.
Well, don't let Mr. McMahon hear you say that, King, or you might wind up having to do it for free.
That's true. I don't want to say that Mr. McMahon's cheap, JR, but I heard he won't even tip a canoe.
I don't use the word evil lightly, but that's what comes to mind when I see the delight Mark Henry takes in destroying his fellow superstars.
Evil's just a word that losers like you use to describe people who will do whatever it takes to win. I think Henry would take that as a compliment.
Did you see that? Ring the damn bell! You can't let somebody get away with that!
I don't think the ref saw it, JR. And if the ref doesn't see it, it's not illegal.
A textbook reversal there.
Kenny's come so far at such a young age. We could be looking at a future WWE champion right here.
I wouldn't doubt it. Kenny's got decades of competition ahead of him, and it gets better with every match.
Oh, no. I don't like the looks of this.
He's got the fans behind him, King, and his opponent had better watch out.
What does he think he's doing? He's just showing off for the crowd now.
He's wrestling the match his way, and I think it's going to pay off, mark my words.
Uh-oh. Come on. You got to stop this guy before he really gets going.
I don't think that's going to happen, King. He's built up too much momentum to be stopped now.
These fans can't stand it when he does this, JR, but I think it's great.
He's sure not going to win over any fans with that move, but I don't think that bothers him too much, quite frankly.
Oh, sure. Now the fans start to cheer for him. Now that he's in the driver's seat.
Come on, King. He's had the crowd behind him all match, and now it's paying off. This capacity crowd is solidly behind their superstar. Look at this.
Wow. Could you be any more biased, JR? How about some fair and balanced commentary?
And it's been reversed.
I don't think that these superstars have even contemplated the fact that they might lose.
I'm sure they have. That's not the kind of attitude you come in with and expect to pick up the win.
You're right about that, JR. If you can't see yourself having your arm raised by the referee when it's over, don't bother showing up. Ugh. You think these fans have gotten their money's worth tonight, JR?
If they haven't yet, I'm sure they're going to by the end of this match.
Well, I don't say this too often, but I completely agree with you. It's like he read his opponent's mind.
I'm sure these competitors have studied each other very carefully.
This match would be over by now if they hadn't, JR. You never get into the ring without doing your homework.
That would be a recipe for disaster for sure, King.
Here's your winner,